So I think the things that really stood out for me were it was a course which was targeted for doctors, which I thought was useful because I think a lot of people will be coming in at the sort of a similar field, as it were. So that was an attractive feature. I thought the duration of the course was manageable for me, so that was a real plus factor. And then the cost as well, because I think it was very reasonably priced. Compared to many other things on the market. And given that this was something that I was sort of testing out, as it were, and just sort of looking into, I thought it was very reasonable for that. So that those were the things that really stood out for me. Some of the coaching exercises that we did during the course that we sort of tried out on ourselves highlighted quite a few things in my own life which I hadn't recognized before. So it was very life enlightening, life enriching, if you sort of mean. And I drew a lot from that for personally, as well as learning a lot of new skills, lots of new material that in an area of I suppose learning that I've never delved into before. So it was really interesting to look at some other things out there. So the things I enjoyed, I really enjoyed the Wednesday morning sessions that we had together, because I really enjoyed checking in with all the other people on the course. It was quite a small group, so it just became very personal, and it was just nice to see where everyone else was at in their own lives, and what they were trying to achieve with this, and where they were going, and also sort of to talk about um, things that they had been investigating and new things that they'd come across, and we'd swap ideas about books to read or podcasts. Or so it was really good. It was really sort of life enriching. I felt those mornings, and catching up with other people. So it worked really well. I'm not a big fan of the virtual world, I would say, and also breakout rooms. And I've never really warmed to it. But I have to say, I found it just worked really well. We were given very targeted, focused things to think about and discuss in the breakout rooms, and it was just it flowed. There was never ever I never ever felt it wasn't working. So it worked for me really well. So I think the impact for me is it's given me an avenue outside of the NHS at present, which has been a really positive experience. It's been, I've been learning new things, I've been meeting new people, and so it's been really positive from that perspective. And I think it's broadened my horizons about possibilities for the future. And actually, overall, I felt a lot calmer. And I think that's partly from the coaching that I've actually taken part in and been coached on the course. And I think it's really helped me in my day to day life. I think I am definitely using it at home with my children. So I'm definitely a much better listener than I used to be, which I think is reaping benefits. I'm using some of the techniques with colleagues, reflecting things back, and seeing what response I get. So I'm just gently, it's percolating into things that I'm doing day to day, really. Well, I would say it was very worthwhile to do and really enjoyable. So if you're looking for something to do to add some benefit and richness to your life, then I would suggest this, because I think it's overall been a really positive experience for me.